Imagine you're sitting in the driver's seat of a modified Chevy Tahoe. Outside, the world is a strange, sickly shade of green. You've spent $50,000 on this rig. Reinforced steel, Lexan windows, satellite dishes that hum with the sound of incoming data. You aren't a tourist. You aren't a weather fan. You are a storm chaser. You've stared down EF5s in Moore, Greensburg, and Joplin. You think you know the wind. You think you've seen it all. But today is May 31st, 2013. You're outside Reno, Oklahoma, and you're about to realize that every single thing you thought you knew about survival was a lie. It starts with the air. You step out of your truck at 2 p.m. and the humidity hits you like a wet wool blanket. It's 90 degrees, but the sun feels wrong. Meteorologists call this the cap. It's a layer of warm air high up that acts like a lid on a boiling pot. Beneath it, the energy is building. Pressure is screaming to be released. You look at your radar. The CAPE values, that's the atmospheric fuel, are off the charts. We're talking 5,000 joules per kilogram. In plain English, the atmosphere is a powder keg, and the fuse has already been lit. You check your radio. You hear the legends. Tim Samaras is out here. The Twistex team. These are the smart guys. The ones who do it for science, not for clicks. If they're here, this is the big one. You tell yourself, I'm safe. I have the data. I have the exit routes. I have the experience. That is your first mistake. In this game, experience is just another word for complacency. And today, the atmosphere is hunting for the complacent. 4 p.m. The first cell explodes. It goes from a tiny puff on the radar to a 60,000-foot supercell in minutes. You're driving west on Highway 66. To your north, the sky is no longer a sky. It's a wall of rotating charcoal. You see it. The wall cloud drops. It looks like the belly of a massive, dark ship descending through the clouds. You're 3 miles away. A safe distance. You set up your tripod. You're getting the shot of a lifetime. The lightning is constant. A strobe light effect that shows you the debris already being sucked into the sky. But then, something weird happens. Usually, a tornado is a clean cone, a wizard's finger touching the earth. But this doesn't look like a tornado. It looks like the entire horizon is just lowering. The ground and the clouds are merging into one solid mass of gray. And then you hear it. It's not the freight train people talk about. It's deeper. It's a low-frequency thrum that vibrates in your teeth. It sounds like the earth itself is screaming. The 2.6-mile trap. You decide to reposition. You need to get east to stay ahead of it. You push the accelerator. 60, 70, 80 miles per hour. But you're not alone. This is Chaser Convergence. Because you and 500 other YouTubers, hobbyists, and locals all saw the same forecast. The roads are jammed. It's a traffic jam at the end of the world. You're trapped behind a minivan and a TV news truck. You look to your left. Through a gap in the rain, you see a suction vortex. It's a mini tornado spinning inside the main one. It's moving at 150 miles per hour around the center. And then, the terrifying realization hits you. You thought the tornado was half a mile wide. You were wrong. The Reno tornado has just expanded. In less than 30 seconds, it has grown to 2.6 miles wide. That is over 4 kilometers of rotating death. You aren't next to the tornado anymore. You are inside it. The wind is hitting your truck at 100 miles per hour, and the tornado hasn't even reached you yet. Power lines are snapping like toothpicks. You see a transformer explode in a flash of bright blue light. You do the math. It's moving southeast. I'm moving east. I'll clear it. But at 6:23 p.m., the El Reno tornado does something almost no tornado does. It takes a sharp 90-degree turn to the north. It's cycling. And as it turns, it sprints. It's now moving at 55 miles per hour. You're trapped on a dirt road. The mud is like grease. Your tires are spinning. You look out the rearview mirror, and the world has gone black. There is no more sky. There is only a wall of dirt and shredded houses. You see a white Chevy Cobalt ahead of you. It's the Twistex team. Tim Samaras. You see their brake lights. They've realized it too. There is nowhere to go. The road ahead is blocked. The road behind is the mouth of the beast. Inside that monster, the wind isn't just blowing, it's shredding. The suction vortices are hitting 302 miles per hour. At that speed, air becomes a solid. A piece of hay becomes a needle that can pierce a tree. A pebble becomes a bullet. You feel your 5,000-pound truck start to light. Not tip, lift. You've seen the videos. You've seen the hero chasers screaming with excitement. You thought that would be you. But as your tires lose contact with the Oklahoma soil, there is no excitement. There is only a cold, paralyzing terror. Your gear, it's all meaningless. You are a leaf in a blender. The Twistex car is thrown half a mile into a field. It's crushed into a ball of metal no bigger than a refrigerator. Tim, Paul, and Carl, men who spent their lives respecting the storm, are gone in a heartbeat. Hollow, numb. Then, silence. The roar fades into a dull hiss of rain. You open your eyes. You're alive. Your truck is in a ditch 300 yards from where you were. The windows are gone. The satellite dish is twisted into a pretzel. You crawl out. The air is cold now. The fuel is gone. You look around. The landscape has been scalped. The grass is gone. The topsoil is gone. It looks like the surface of the moon. No one is cheering. No one is checking their footage. They are looking at the fields. They are looking for their friends. Firm, direct. So, why did I tell you this story? Why did I put you in that driver's seat? Because YouTube is full of people chasing the extreme. We live in an era where we think we can tame nature with a camera and a 4x4. We think that if we watch enough videos, we understand the monster. But El Reno was a reminder. The atmosphere doesn't have a script. It doesn't care about your sub count. It doesn't care about your safety protocols. If you want to be a chaser, if you want to be a successful person in any high-stakes field, you have to ask yourself one question. Are you here to learn, or are you here to show off? Because the moment you stop being a student of the storm is the moment the storm decides to teach you a lesson you won't survive. Stay safe. Keep your eyes on the horizon.